Going over to the political part podcast, you have the NYPD deporting illegals, that video going viral, and the person asking, is this what you voted for? To which most people said, yes, absolutely. This is brought to us thanks to Brian Fraser, who I think I've followed him for a little while. And he is a Trump supporter, and he says, I'm here to awaken Democrat voters. And he says, I work for MyPillow, promo code M. Interestingly enough, about 250,000 followers. Now he says, quote, the NYPD has started arresting undocumented immigrants in New York City. Is this what you voted for? That's also the first time I've seen khaki pants in probably years.
I'm on the transit. Por favor, me está pidiendo mucho.
That guy's cool. He's got holes in his pants. Oh, so is she. They're fashion. She working The View? It's crying pretty loud. Oh no. I feel sorry for her. They're putting her in a Ford vehicle. I mean, the upside to her in terms of being deported, statistically speaking, the odds are actually in her favor that she won't be deported because the Ford vehicle will not make it to its destination. So, a little silver lining there.
Excuse me, officer. This is her daughter.
Well, the guy said, if you can hear it, excuse me, officer, this is her daughter, which I'd also say that reflects poorly as a parent to put your family in jeopardy by illegally coming here, but another topic for another time, perhaps.
Ma'am, can I ask you a question? Do you mind if I just going on a phone? What's the call of that?
I think she's crying because the umbrella's broken. Those are expensive. They're getting increasing in price, obviously. I think it is legitimately the first time I've seen khaki pants used in years. Now, this pre-file got 2.7 million views as well as 85,000 likes. Scrolling down more and more, Jake says, Grok, can you explain what would happen if I moved to another country without consent and just tried to live my life there for like I'm 5-year-old? Let's see here. Oh, geez, Grok gave a paragraph. Nevertheless, I'll go through it. Grok says, quote, hey there, so you happen to know, sorry, I'll highlight it too. So you want to know what would happen if you moved to another country without permission and just try to live your life there, huh? Let me break it down for you, kiddo style. First off, imagine you're playing a video game and you didn't follow the rules to join. You just showed up and started playing, while the other players might not be very happy about that, right? Well, all countries are kind of like that. They have rules about who can come in and live there, except when Democrats are in charge. And if you don't follow the rules, you're breaking the law. Now what happens next? It depends on the country, but generally, they might catch you and send you back home. It's like getting caught sneaking into a movie without a ticket. You don't just go and watch the movie, you get kicked out. Some countries might even fine you and put temporary holding place until they figure out what to do with you. But here's the thing, not all countries are the same. Some might be more lenient, especially if you're not causing trouble or just trying to live your life. Others might be more strict, especially if there are a lot of people trying to move there without permission, aka the United States. Oh, and what about the video game you saw on X? It looks familiar. Or what about the video you saw on X? It looks like it's from New York City, where the police are arresting undocumented immigrants, known as illegals. And that's a big deal because it's happening in a place where a lot of people thought things would be different. But remember, every country has the rules, laws, and sometimes those rules change. Also, New York, yeah, it used to be an immigration hub when people came here legally back in the day. Says, to sum it up, moving to another country without permission is like trying to play a game without following the rules. You might get caught, sent back, or even face some consequences. It's not as simple as just showing up and living your life. Countries have borders and laws for a reason, and they take those seriously. Hope that helps. Remember, always follow the rules, even when you're only playing games. Which also knows, it's how you know this is Grok and not ChatGPT or the Google AI, because they're actually talking about respecting laws and immigration laws. Now, Eva says, quote, I know some people say it's about targeting criminals, but a lot of these arrests are happening to people with no violent record, just trying to live their lives. Well, yeah, you broke into the country. You broke the law. You're stealing resource allocation opportunities for people who waited in line. People came here illegally. people who are born here. Now, she talked about in terms of going viral, she got 1.7 thousand responses to her. Again, this is Eva now responding to that statement. One of the first ones comes to us thanks to Mama Heartsay. Says, quote, tough shit. Just keeping it, as the youth might say, keeping it real. Says, tough shit, maybe you shouldn't have encouraged them to come here illegally. Now, because you've overplayed your hand in an effort to get more seats in Congress, we have no choice but to deport them all relentlessly. Gained 281 likes. Yep. Whiskey Shooter says, when they entered the country illegally, they broke the law. I don't give a shit. Deport them all. Gained 296 likes. Going back to the main comment section. Dr. Gicho Magani, EBA, MBA. You know someone's a douche when they have all the credentials in their profile. It's on LinkedIn too. No one cares. Now, he says, quote, the lady they arrested was a tourist. They left her 11-year-old daughter in the street. This is what New York Mayor Eric Adams has reduced city to. He got 68 likes. Anyone responded? A lot of people calling him BS. Let's see. Brian Davis says, somehow I mentioned there's more to this. To say that cops left an 11-year-old girl in the streets is bullshit. Getting 20 likes. Yeah, she was still standing with the police. Again, the daughter was crying. I would be, no, if I was a little girl, I probably would be crying. My umbrella broke as well. Again, those things are not cheap. Inflation has made umbrellas like $20 plus these days. It's insane. Annie J says, damn right I did. We can't have illegal invaders voting in our upcoming elections. That's foreign interference. There's a AI picture of a bull and it's labeled Trump at a China shop. It says, this is what I voted for. Gained 1.2 thousand likes. Again, a lot of people will argue that illegals don't vote very much. Well, the other issue is it cheats because it gives states more representatives, House of Representatives. We have places like California where they want more illegals because they get more representation. Yeah, there's a myriad of reasons why Democrats want that. Jay says, 100% absolutely what I voted for. As a meme of Trump, it says, well, it's Trump, so I'll try his accent. Might be the worst attempt you hear all year, but you'll hear it here. So the meme says, quote, cry all you want, he's doing exactly what I hired him for. Getting 2.2 thousand likes, and it's not a real picture because there's no Diet Coke with him. Kidding, it's a real picture. New Independence Day says, quote, how about getting a list from welfare and Social Security? The ones that are not supposed to be getting benefits, getting 534 likes. Let's go after that too. Also, a lot of people abusing the system. Breedery, interesting name, says, F off. There's a picture of a grandmother and maybe a daughter behind it, separated by glass wearing masks. It says, quote, the people now worry about separated families. Made your grandma die alone in a hospital. Gained 1.5 thousand likes. Yeah. Renee has a picture of the guy, one of the Los Angeles illegals holding the Mexican flag, saying, quote, saying an illegal alien is an undocumented immigrant is like saying a drug dealer is an unlicensed pharmacist. Gained 1.2 thousand likes. Though these days with the kickbacks that, doctors get, where's the moral high ground with that? I'm only partially kidding. Joseph Patrick Ben says, quote, of course, didn't you? Gain 2.4 thousand likes. Brian Fraser responds and absolutely gained 1.7 thousand likes. Let's see here. Peter has a picture of the U.S. flag saying, quote, the entire U.S. Constitution was written for Americans only, not the world Constitution. It's the U.S. Constitution. Non-citizens and criminals do not possess rights under this document. Gained 1.4 thousand likes. That being said, what year was it? I forget the specific ruling, but the Supreme Court has said that some rights do apply to them, whether we agree with it or not. That's what the recent interpretation of the Constitution is. Again, not all the rights, but they get some of them. R.H. Rawls, oh my gosh. Interesting enough, he has a Ukrainian flag and he has this opinion. Usually they're brainless leftists that want to support a country that they cannot point to on a map for money laundering purposes. He says, yes, they're not undocumented immigrants. They're illegal aliens, criminals, getting 654 likes. He also has a United States flag and his Israeli flag. It's like Pokemon. You just got to catch them all. Whoever voted for whoever is making flags these days is making a killing. There's so many flags. Man with a plan has a picture of Homer biting his lip like he's about to say something really big. It says, yeah, I voted. Hell yeah, I pronounced F in the F. Yeah, I voted for this. Getting 120 likes. K-Mac says, quote, this is tough to watch, but the mother knew illegals were being located, arrested, and deported. She was even offered $1,000 and a ticket for her and her daughter to come back to her country and the ability to return the correct way. She chose to stay illegally, getting 66 likes, going up like a stock. Yeah, overwhelmingly in support of it. We know this is why Trump got elected. It was the top topic in the last election was immigration and also, fixing the border and deporting the people who came here illegally. So I think we'll see more and more of these instances going viral on social media throughout the year. Now, the real question is, of the 20 plus million illegals that Biden Harris allowed in the country, How many do you think they be able to get out? Let me know the percent. Do you think it'll be 10%, 20%, 50% plus? That's a hard task, but let me know your thoughts in the comments because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone, everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.